Merkel Media.
He put it in park, threw open the driver's door, ran out the side of the car, across the front of it, and jumped right off the side of the bridge in front of me.
The only people that really pulled over were truckers.
He said, "We're going to Hodge," and he didn't slow down. He went across the median onto the oncoming traffic, but where they could see him coming, they just got out of the way.
I noticed this plane was really low. He went right in front of us, hit the fence, and it spun around. 30 seconds more, he could have hit us.
But I went around that truck, and a guy stepped out from behind the truck and threw a piece of wood, and it shot through my window just like a spear and stuck in the back of the cab of my truck.
That's probably one of the stranger things I've seen.
Welcome to Hammer Lane Legends. I'm Brian Merkel.
I'm Brian Shipper.
And I'm Mike Dre.
If you've got a crazy and wild story you would like to share with us from the road, go ahead and contact us at hammerlanelegends.com, hammerlanelegends@gmail.com. I got to get it straight. Oh, my word. Hammerlane, I know, right? This is what happens when you get old and you have, bad things happen to your heart.
Dementia.
Oh, is that what they call that?
Huh?
That's
Where am I?
at. Yes, sir.
What's going on?
That's what it feels like.
Bidenitis.
That's that's
The thing?
Contact us at hammerlanelegends@gmail.com or go to the webpage, which I wouldn't do that. I would just go to hammerlanelegends
Don't go to
at gmail.com because I haven't even been to the webpage. I don't know what's going on since I had a heart attack. I've been out for weeks.
We haven't paid our bills. There probably is no webpage.
Anyway, with all that being said, Chipper, tell them about Buy Me a Coffee, if you would,
Buy Me a
please.
Coffee. Keep us fueled. Keep us caffeinated at buymeacoffee.com/hammerlane virtual tip jar. If you like what we're doing, follow the simple prompts and enjoy.
Yeah, enjoy indeed.
Otherwise, thanks for looking.
Yes, sir.
Now, on for the show.
Yes, sir. Well, today we're talking to Jim. Jim, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Hanging in here.
To hear that. It's good to see you. Glad to meet you. Hope that
Same
everything
to you.
is going well, and hope your 4th of July was nice. Did you? I know it's the end of the month already, which is crazy. How'd we get to the freaking end of the month? July just started.
I don't know. It just seems
Christmas weekend in July.
the older you get, the just like my dad would say, you just wait till you get older.
Yeah.
It's going to fly by, and it really does.
Yes, it does indeed, and it's enough to drive you crazy.
Definitely.
But so, tell us a little bit
Some of
about
us are there
yourself.
already.
Yes, you are. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Jim.
Well, I was retired from UPS. I was a UPS driver for 24 years, and I live in Jarrettsville, Maryland, which is over near Bel Air. And I'm married. I have 3 kids.
Okay.
2 sons and a daughter. And I'm actually retired now because I had a heart attack. So
okay, so we've got some kind of simpatico going on there. Although I haven't retired yet, the doctor said my ejection fraction was still good. Which thankfully, I had no heart damage, which was really good.
You're very lucky.
Yeah, very lucky. I had the anterior descending artery that was blocked like 70%, something like that. And they went in and put a stent in there, 3 centimeter stent, and took care of all those things. And we're not here to talk about mine. We're here to talk about you. So how did all yours work out? Like, how did that all? So you were a driver before, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
I was a feeder driver, and let's see here. Basically, how it started it's a crazy story, but one Friday I was working on polishing a truck for a friend of the family, and my daughter, if you're facing the truck, was over to my left. For some reason, she decided to come out and work on her car, and clean her car up, which is surprising enough as it is already.
I've got one of those daughters.
Huh?
I've got one of those kinds of daughters.
Yeah. So she's like, "Hey, Dad, I'm gonna pull up my car a little bit closer for the vacuum, so it'll reach." And I said, "Okay, whatever." And she got in her car, left her left leg hanging out of the door with the door open, if you can picture this, and she goes to pull her car up. She runs into the truck that I'm working on, crushes her leg in the door, and runs into my boat inside the garage.
Wow.
I take it
and I-
she's close enough to the vacuum cleaner by now.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she was more. She got her in there pretty close. She was good to go. And I just look over at her and she's like panicking, and I look down and her whole ankle is hanging out, and her foot's hanging out the bottom of the door.
Wow.
I just couldn't believe it, and she's screaming and carrying on. It hurts. It hurts. And I guess I just jumped into panic mode and did everything I could to get her out of the car. And I actually called 911. And man, I tell you, they don't hold up on the questions. You're in the middle of a situation, and well, sir, what's the weather like?
Stupid.
How are you feeling?
Get me an ambulance. Get me here now.
Yeah, I need to get somebody, stop with the questions, get somebody down here. I need her to get the door prod open or whatever. I got her out, but I guess for the 5 or 10 minutes that I struggled to get her out, I don't ever remember working that hard doing anything in my entire life. So I got her out, and by the time I kind of got her out of the car and walked her over to my driveway and sat her down, the paramedics showed up, and right away I started feeling bad. And I let them take care of her, and I went and sat in my backyard, and I was like thinking to myself, man, this is not right.
Wow.
I heard that.
Could have saved money and just rode to the hospital with her in the ambulance.
I know. Yeah, I know. Well, and then the paramedics came up and were asking how I felt, and the sheriff's department was here. It was a big mess. I think they had 2 ambulances and 2 or 3 fire trucks here for this one problem.
Wow.
And they're like, "Oh, how do you feel, sir?" I was like, I'm fine.
Right.
No, nothing to see here.
Right.
But I was actually having it then.
Wow. Yeah. Well, that kind of stressful event, kind of pushed you over the edge.
It was 100. I was 100% blocked LAD, so it was a widowmaker.
Yep.
Wow. 100% blocked on anything ain't good.
Yep.
No. They went in and put no. And they put a stent in, and I spent 4 days in ICU.
Wow.
I don't recommend it.
Nope. No, sir. I'm with you on that. Nope.
Read your Yelp review on the hospital. I would not recommend.
That's crazy. It's one of those. It's just one of those things that you don't know how to plan for it, and you try to ignore it because you're scared as heck because you don't know what's going on. I don't know. I mean, that's how mine was. I just could not figure it out. I'm like, I don't know why I'm sweating like crazy. I've got this shooting pain that goes right through my heart, right through into my back. I couldn't figure that. I'm like, what did I do? Pull a muscle? What's going on?
That's what I hear now. Because you're around my same age now. I'm a fat guy, so I sweat all the time. So that's terrifying. I'm just sitting there sweating, and it's like, all right,
you guys
have a heart attack
or what?
But I'm just saying, you sit there, you start sweating. My chest hurts. Like, did I pull a muscle because I was just working outside? Did I eat a spicy meatball?
Yeah.
It's like, you don't know as you start getting older. Now I'm terrified every time oops, sorry. I forgot. No cursing. I'm terrified every time that anything's like, oh no, is this what happened? Especially since you had yours. Like I know it's like, oh man.
If your left arm starts to feel numb or hurt or feel funny, that's a
whack
good
your
sign.
funny bone. Oh no.
Is
this it?
But no,
if you can freely walk up to the door jam and dislocate your shoulder and not feel anything,
doesn't bother you,
you might want to go.
It's just, and like you can't calm yourself down. I couldn't. I don't know how you felt, Jim. But for myself, I could not relax. Like there was just something. Like my body knew there was something going on, and I could not just. I couldn't sit down. I'd sit down and stand up and sit down and stand up and walk around the room. Like it's going to be fine when I pack my lunch for work. I was getting ready to go to work.
Walk it off.
I'm going to walk it off. Yeah. I'm getting ready to go to work. And I'm just trying to get my mind wrapped around. Okay, it's don't feel good. That's all. It's got to be indigestion. Anything.
Go to
anything
work
but
and
a
deal with
heart
the
attack.
drivers. That'll calm you down.
Yeah, exactly.
I had
Go
a
ahead.
major nausea,
Yeah.
and of course I had the pain in my chest, and I had a real minor one in like my left shoulder.
Uh-huh.
But I just figured, that was from what I was doing today. But then I started getting sick and throwing up, and had all these. I actually passed out, and that's when the paramedics were kind of hovered over top of me, and they're like, what do you think? I was like, I don't know. I know this is not normal.
Yeah.
They're like, you could sit in that chair, and we'll check you out. And I should have done that. I might not have had so much damage, but
yeah.
You never know.
Yep, that's one of the things the doctor had told me was that it was a good thing I came in when I did, because I was going to put it off. I was going to go to work, and I was literally ready to go out the door. And at 7:00, I looked at my wife. I'm like, "It's not abating. It's not going away. We should probably go to the hospital." And the doctor was like, "It's a good thing you did. If you'd have put it off any longer, you would have had damage and
when you're in your
outcome.
When you're in your 20s and 30s, you can brush off. When you start getting older, no, this isn't right.
No,
this is the new one.
Listen to your body. So go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, I would just say if something's not normal, go get it checked out.
100%.
Because this, I guess only the people that have had them would know the feeling.
Yeah.
And I heard all of these silly description of it. Well, does it feel like an elephant sitting on your chest?
Right.
And does it feel like, squeezing, or is a car feel like a car on top of you? I've never had any of that stuff. How am I supposed to? I don't know what that feels like.
There's so many different symptoms.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had people, they didn't have any pain in their chest, but I had a pain in my back, and it was like, and that was a heart attack. It's like it shows up in so many different signs.
It really does. And that was with mine. I mean, I just felt like I had an arrow right through my heart and right through into my back, and it was just like a big knot in my back. Like I couldn't find a way to make it go away, and my chest was just killing me. But my left arm hurt. It was just one of those crazy things, and just the way your body responds to it is, when you start to feel all these different things going on all at one time, it's like, like you said, Jim, just do something. Get yourself to the hospital. But even if you're not having a heart attack, it's better to know than to take a chance. Because it's not worth it. I mean, I'm only 57. I mean, I was always like, if I could make it to 59. My dad had a heart attack when he was like 59. I'm like, okay, if I can get to 59, at least I made it as far as my dad did. I'm like 57. I'm like,
you didn't make it.
I didn't make it. Yeah.
Well, sure.
And so, it's just one of those things. And it's like, and it's in the family. His dad died of a heart attack. My dad died of a heart attack. Just the way it is. And
I
since
think
then, I've gotten all my cholesterol levels down. I was telling the guys that, the doctor was very happy. I had a cardiologist appointment on Wednesday. And he was happy. He was very happy. My LDL is 27.
Oh, mine's a 32.
There you go. That's what they want.
And this is from eating cardboard.
Fiber.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Fiberboard.
I remember when we were young. I could bench press 300. Now we're talking about how low our cholesterol levels are.
Indeed. My cholesterol used to be almost 300.
Go big or go home.
There you go. Keep going big, you will be going home.
Hey, I'll be coming home anyway. Light me up, dust me off, send it out.
There you go.
Send it.
Absolutely.
So anyway, Jim, so you drove. You were a driver for how many years? How many years did you drive?
24 for UPS.
Okay.
But I got my CDL right out of high school.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why I did that. I question that sometimes over the years, but I did.
The driver has, yeah.
But I was a driver. I've worked for a lot of different places before I landed at UPS, and they were good to me. It is what it is. And I was lucky enough to get enough time to get a pension, and
that's great. Yeah.
So.
What'd you do for UPS? You do like line haul, like their line haul?
I did. They have weird names for everything. They have a package car, the step van.
Mm-hmm.
And then for tractor trailer, they call it feeders. So I was a feeder
Okay.
driver my last 5 years that I was there. And just basically I did pickup and deliveries. I was local.
Okay.
And, they had hub work and guys that ran between the hubs, and they actually had some sleeper team work too that I did one time. I didn't care for that.
Yeah, I bet not.
Yeah,
thank you.
Share a truck with somebody else. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Basically
don't mind sharing a truck different times, but to be in the truck at the same time as somebody else. Oof.
Right.
Oh, it's awful. Yeah, I don't recommend that one either. Ride around, smell each other's farts. Not good.
Indeed. It's
Not
a rough
good.
life. No.
Febreze has nothing on that.
You can't even tackle it. It's like, oh, well.
Yeah.
Drove a package car for them, and I actually went back and forth. I started part-time working in the warehouse. Then I went out as a package car driver, and then I went into feeders for a couple years, and I had no seniority, and that was absolutely miserable being on call. And
no, they're union. That's right. You have to start as a casual. And
I was on call, and then after I put my 2 years in, you could transfer back to package, and that's what I did. Drove the package car, and then I couldn't stand it anymore, so I went back to feeders for my last 5 years.
Yeah, I don't blame you. But how were they when you had your heart attack? How did they? Were they pretty good with? I mean, had things happen. What are you gonna do?
Right.
But
yeah, I mean,
as a company, all right, or
yeah, they were good. Just basically called my manager, and told him,
mm-hmm.
not gonna be in for a while. This is what happened. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, no big deal. And I just update them whenever every month or so. I just give them a call and tell them.
Right.
I actually went back to work one day. It was about 3 months afterwards, and I knew I had all my time accrued and everything I needed to get a pension. I basically told him that one day I went back that I was going to end up retiring.
Mm-hmm.
So don't get used to me being back too quick for too long.
Right.
And that was it. The next day I went to another cardiologist, and that was it for me.
Yeah. Well, you do what you got to do, and you got to take care of yourself, and at the same time, it's like I understand that the DOT has the requirements that they have for everybody's safety, because that was one thing when my wife and I were driving down to the hospital, I said to her, I just don't want to die on the side of the road. That was my biggest fear that night, was that if I'd have gone to work, who knows? Who knows?
Absolutely.
I was just going to tell you a really quick story. This is hilarious. My pastor had a heart attack last year. Now, thankfully, he's not going to listen to the show, so we're okay. but he's having chest pains, and he said to his wife, "I think I should go to the hospital." She said, "Okay, let me go take a shower first." And she did. I mean, I was like, I'm glad Michelle didn't say that.
Let me just throw this little laundry in this.
Michelle would have said, I just have to run to the store real quick. 5 hours later.
Trail mix.
Yeah.
I just had to throw that in there because it was those things I just thought was just hilarious. I mean, I'm just sitting there thinking, really? You're having a heart attack, and she says, I got to let me take a shower first. And like an hour later, they're on their way to the hospital.
Well, you just never know. She might have to go shopping all over again.
She might, if he's going to die, she might meet somebody at the hospital,
thinking a young doctor.
Anyway, that's a little aside that I just wanted to throw in there because it's a dark subject sometimes. We got to add a little bit of humor to it just because it's so real, because a lot of people die from this. It's the biggest killer in the United States, and it almost got you, and it almost got me. So,
well, it runs in my family, and I've always known it, but kind of brushed it off like that won't happen to me. I was in good shape. But my uncle had one when he was 51 years old, and he survived.
Mm-hmm.
My other uncle had one. He was a Snap-on tool dealer for years, and he retired. And I think 3 weeks later, he had a Widowmaker at 62. I believe he was 62. He died. So, and my half brother had one at 54, and I think he basically did what I did. I'll just go up here and sleep it off. They found him in his work van.
Wow.
Dead.
That's just crazy. It's such a shame. It really is. It's just one of those hard things to deal with, especially as a family, to work through that and all, hard, especially when it's something that is, that can be taken care of, especially nowadays. I mean, just the technology. I mean, when they did the catheterization, they went up through my wrist. I remember when my dad had his done, they had to go up through his groin. That's how they did them back then. And that was probably somewhere in the 90s. And, because when they said about just going through my wrist, I was like, well, that's a lot easier than going up through the groin. I'm like,
no shaving required.
That's the HOV lane.
Yeah,
it's a lot closer.
No. They're still shaving. They shave just in case.
They're shaving you. Trust me.
Yes, sir. They shave just in case it won't go through. Yes, they did.
Honey, on the way to the hospital, we're gonna stop at the salon and get waxed, just in case. Brazilian wax, please.
Yes.
No, all of it.
Well, that is a Brazilian.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Belly button to butthole. Oh, whole thing.
Yeah. They dare not leave a hair.
So that's more than I needed to know.
Well, now you know.
What's the visual out there for everyone?
Yes, it's awesome.
I remember I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go right ahead.
They took me down to the cath lab, and they went with the shaving procedure.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I said, can you cover me up or something? I felt like everybody was watching me.
Right.
I don't know what I was seeing. I said, can you kind of cover me up a little bit? They're like, how about we give you something to make you a little sleepy? I said, I think that would be a good idea. So
Ken's out, but I'm going to sleep.
So then they lift up the sheet or whatever, and they're start the shaving, and I still remember this. I said, sorry, ladies. Had I known, this was going to happen, I would have dressed it up a little bit for you. And they all started laughing. They started laughing. They said, how can you even joke at a point like this in time of what's happened to you? But
kind of have to.
What else are you going to do?
Yeah.
There's nothing you
There
can
you are. Everything's open to everybody to see. And, what else are you going to, and you haven't had a heart attack. And what else are you going to do? At that point, there are no secrets. It's who I am. Here we are.
Go to every nurse. How you doing?
Yeah.
Better than you.
That would be the answer you get back.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it was. I know what you mean. It's one of those feelings of what else are you going to do? You
Nothing.
deal with it.
You got to
Nothing at
joke
all.
about it.
Yeah, at that point, you're at the mercy of whoever's taking care of you. There's nothing you can do.
Yep, exactly. Now, for you, did they go up through your groin or did they go up through your wrist?
They went through my groin.
Yeah.
And
Glad I didn't go down that road, but
Oh.
I was prepared.
That
for it
procedure
just
was
in
being
case.
paid by the mile. Yours was an hourly rate.
We'll make it fit.
Right.
It was awful.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy.
They put some kind of plug or something. They call it a plug in your artery or vein or whatever they put it in.
Yeah. Yep.
And he said, you have to sit still for 2 hours, upright, sit still. That I don't know what was worse, that or the pain of it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's
You have to sit upright?
Yeah, because
you
that
can't
plug,
move around.
you can't move. They make you sit upright. And
You might as well tape me to the chair then, because there's no way that's happening.
yeah, they said if you move, it could dislodge the plug or whatever they called it, and then you'll bleed.
Yep.
Well, at that point, I would have said, "Hey, call the blood center. Free donation here."
So wait, is that a plug they take out then after 2 hours, or is it like it needs 2 hours to like set in or whatever?
It has to set in or whatever it is.
What are they using,
2
like
hours.
glue or something with a 2 hour dry time or something?
Crazy glues click quicker. Clicker.
Right. 10 seconds.
Clicker for the ticker.
Let's break out the gorilla zoo.
Yeah.
The
The gorilla zoo.
Gorilla glue.
I think there's something in the room here.
Yeah, it is, right? But yeah, it's crazy. It's now when they went through my wrist, I could not put I couldn't bend my wrist, like I could not put weight on it or anything like that. I always would reopen that, the vein up. And but did they show you? Were you able to watch the video as they were doing it?
No, they never showed me that, but I have pictures of it, of
Yeah.
them actually, the clot and them going through it.
Oh God.
I was thinking about asking my doctor if I could just have can you make me a DVD so I can just
I want to show the family at Christmas.
Why not? Look, here's you can't even see your heart. Your
This
heart's
is me having a heart attack. This is them shaving my,
What?
Sacks.
They went through
Yeah,
the wrist.
that'd be going for Christmas.
Yeah, but they said they had to shave just in case.
Did, but they didn't videotape that part. At least I don't think they
That's
did.
the Blue Channel.
Who knows?
The hospital Blue Channel.
They do. Hammerlane Legends Blue. They do give you a sedative to make you kind of loopy, but they don't. You're not out. So I was awake. I mean, I was able to look at the screen and watch as they went up and did the thing, and it was weird, but very interesting. And they keep the surgery. I don't know how yours was, but mine was quite chilly.
Yeah. When I had my eyes done, they said, "Do you want a blanket?" I says, "Why?" They says, "Well, it's cold in here."
Yeah.
I says, "Dude, get that blanket off me.
Yeah.
This is great."
Crank her down a few more degrees.
Yeah.
She's like, "Can I take off my pants too?"
I know you're working on my eyes, but hey, I might as well get comfortable while I'm here.
We're gonna take care of your eyes, but we're going up through your groin.
Taking a long way around there.
Yeah.
The show always becomes so irreverent. Here we are.
But when you said that, that's
It's cold.
it was. I
They
mean,
keep it chilly.
you literally walked in and it was whoosh.
Yeah.
My wife just had her feet operated on, and she said the same thing. As soon as they rolled her in, it was like a meat lock.
Did they go through her groin too?
I hope not. That was my job.
It's a long way to.
I examined afterwards. Everything was good.
My word, that's hilarious. But no, it's crazy. It is. It's very chilly. I mean,
I guess that's the way to keep the bacteria down,
may
the
be.
germs and that stuff.
might be.
And I'm sure you don't want your surgeon dripping sweat down into.
That's true. Yeah,
So they keep it probably cool.
that's true. Yeah.
No, I was looking at her the whole time.
Well, that's got Shipper giving the angry pirate staring at her.
Getting all creeped out. He's got some weird eyeball thing going on.
We got to fix that and make it weirder.
Mission accomplished.
Put the shine on it.
She did. Have you seen his eyeball?
Yes, they're shiny.
Anyway, back to Jim. Sorry about that, Jim. We just kind of get,
Hey, I'm
off
enjoying
track
it.
from
I'm
time to
listening.
time. But so now, while you were driving for UPS, how are they to drive for? Because I've always wondered that. I mean, I've always wanted to. I've never met that I've actually sat down and really.
You can tell the hourly guys from the line haul guys.
from mileage.
All you got to do is follow them down the road. You can definitely tell who's getting paid by the hour and who's getting paid by the mile. Holy crap.
Indeed.
Yeah. Same with our guy.
Yes, I was just going to say that. Yep.
Not really.
I mean, it had its good points and bad points. There's nothing like coming in on a package car. Well, if you're going to work step van that day, coming in and then putting you in the blind. We called it in the blind. So they would hand you the scanner and say, here's what you're doing today. And you've never been on the run before with a route. That was pretty stressful and they hand you an ABC map and say, here.
Have fun.
Back until it's done. Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Okay. First address of the day is
That was terrible.
280 more to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and those guys work. My hat's off to them. Those guys work hard.
Did they route it more or less for you, or just say, here you go, you figure it out?
Yeah.
No,
When I first started, they loaded the truck or the step van and said, here's your map, figure it out how you want to do it. And I was,
Wow.
yeah, it was crazy.
You
I
got
mean, they would
DPL
kind of put it in some
packages.
sort of order,
Right.
but you
It's
had to
almost
go
like-
back and sort it.
Yeah, it's almost like they expect you to know where everything is at and have an idea where everything kind of sets. And I mean, not that our job was any different when we were city guys.
Yeah. I mean, they have like, 250, 300 small packages back there.
Yeah,
I know, right? I look at every one of them. You don't know.
That's got to drive.
They load it by zip code. Well, 249 here, 387 there. Okay, we're gonna have a full day,
and one all the way over there.
Yeah, one in Makunji.
Exactly. But no, it's an interesting job, and I just always wondered how they figured all that out and everything. And you always hear these things in the rumor mill, and I'm kind of curious: is it true that they only make right turns?
Yeah.
Just asking.
No, that's totally false.
Okay,
that was one of the things that used to drive us crazy when we'd see that. It was always at Christmas time. Look, drivers only make right-hand turns, and you would see the driver on TV smiling. We never smiled. You weren't smiling.
No.
3 right turns make a left.
Yeah, that's right.
And then you wasted all that time turning right.
Right. No, that's not true.
Okay, very good. I appreciate that.
I heard that same thing about Amazon drivers too. But I was like, I see these idiots driving all over my neighborhood. They're making lefts. They're backing into people's lawns. They aren't following anything.
Are you ordering anything from Amazon?
Yeah.
I wouldn't after making that comment.
Believe me, I've had my problems with those idiots. I've called on several of those guys driving on my grass.
Really?
Doing K-turns in my driveway and then dropping off the driveway and spinning their tires to get out. Amazon made good for it. They paid for the damage they did. But it's like 6 or 7 drivers in a row that would just drive on my yard. Because I have a busy street. So they just pull in my driveway and then they realize real quickly they can't back out. The smart ones that come there more than once, they block traffic back into my driveway. Then it's easier to get out.
Right.
But they won't do it. They do K-turns in my driveway.
Huh.
My driveway's nicely wide, but not to do a K-turn with a van like that.
Right.
Our Amazon guy, he drops off my kids' packages, my neighbor's packages, and somebody half-mile down the road's packages. So what do I got to do? Deliver them before I go to work.
You didn't know you were a part-time worker for Amazon, did you?
I'm like, really? 3 days in a row. I'm like, 4th day, I was pissed.
Make sure you put your vest on.
Yeah.
I will say.
I didn't have a vest back then.
UPS drivers, I would much rather have you, and no offense to anybody, but I like the UPS drivers because when they deliver the package to my side porch. Amazon, they always drop it. My front porch is open to the street.
Well, the problem you had
they put it on my front porch.
You just got to wall off that front door.
That's what I said to Michelle. I gotta do something. I gotta put something like
caution tape. Just put caution tape around the front.
Go right on the poles.
All the poles, and nobody will come there.
It irritates
me. And lay down and let Michelle do a chalk outline of you. That'll scare them off.
And then put last delivery driver.
Right. Last Amazon guy.
But what was I gonna say?
UPS puts the package on the side door.
UPS delivers to the side, but they used to have on their app, like how you want your freight delivered, like where you want it delivered.
Over easy, preferably not broken.
Or
not broken.
Now they changed it. You only have the option of your front door or your garage. And I'm like,
well I'd hang a sign out there, garage.
I would always mark it side door.
Don't they
never delivered it to the side door ever?
Don't they have something like special instructions? Like on Amazon,
but if you look at it, like the only options are your garage or your front door.
We just have it go to the front door.
Yeah, but nobody's home all day now. And I used to sleep all day when I was,
I got cameras
at night.
I got cameras everywhere on the house now, so that somebody.
I live in the country. I don't want to have to do that, but I guess I'm going to have to now.
Yeah,
because my one neighbor might take it.
And I got a killer. I got a killer 7-pound dog in there, so they hear him bark.
Yeah, senior dog. Anyway, but I was curious about some of those, the UPS myths that I've heard over the years, and that was one of them. And I was like, I don't know if that's true.
Ask away. I'll answer them all for you.
Those UPS guys, the package, they look like they are hustling. I mean, that guy comes the guy that does that. We've had the same guy running a route for a while now. Mm-hmm. He comes running across the yard, and they'll always ring the doorbell too.
Oh, that's
which
nice.
I hate it. Yeah, it's great until you're sleeping.
That's true.
And then the doorbell goes. I don't hear the doorbell, but I hear the dog lose his freaking mind.
Yeah.
At it, and that always woke me up. But they ring the doorbell.
Next order you make, get a muzzle. That way you don't hear the
Order
dog
a
bark.
muzzle.
Yeah, I'm gonna have the dog in a muzzle all day in the house.
Do that
Just on the days of delivery.
the day that Chrissy catches you do that's the day you're wearing the muzzle.
Yeah, probably. Oh, now we're getting into some kinky stuff.
right away, we take that left turn. Right.
All right, honey, we're going there tonight. All right.
Parva beans. Hello, Clarice. Anywho, Jim.
I often wonder with the package trucks, why did they never do air conditioning? I mean, or at least they have those stupid fans on the dash that probably
They have
do
to
nothing.
now.
Move hot air
On
around.
their last contract, correct me if I'm wrong, on their last contract they signed on, ratified. Every new equipment coming in is air conditioned now. Correct or not?
That's correct.
Thank you.
But you know what they did?
It'll
They
take them
ordered.
80 years to get everything updated.
Well, they ordered a lot of new trucks before that came in. Before
Right.
that had to take. They ordered a bunch of new package cars.
Right.
And you figure if you get out to run a stop and then you go up the street 250 feet, what air conditioning isn't going to do anything for you.
No,
Right.
no, you're in and out and start and stopping too often. Yeah.
Well, I'll throw something else in here. That's what an EV would be great for, because those Rivian delivery vans for Amazon, they close and lock, and if the driver walks away, the doors lock themselves when the driver's not near. When the driver walks up, they unlock, and the AC is running the whole time.
Yeah, no, we weren't allowed to idle.
Interesting.
You're not allowed to
I know.
idle. You had to take your keys with you, and they would follow you around. That was always a lot of fun.
No,
I know guys that.
Police.
Yeah, I know
That's
guys
nice.
that have called the police.
Uh-huh.
You know, you look in your rearview mirror or something, you see your supervisor trying to hide from you. Just call the police on them.
I'm a UPS delivery man, and I have a suspicious vehicle follow me.
There's a creepy guy
Absolutely.
behind me.
I think he's a porch
Yep.
pirate.
Yeah, that's happened.
Wow.
And they roll up on you, and you're in the middle of your day, and give you it was never anything good, a critique about your day and what you did for the last 15 minutes or however long they followed you.
Right.
I
Everything
had
he does.
enough.
You know, my attitude would have been, if you were following me,
You could have delivered
you
some of
could
this
have helped me deliver some of this shit.
They,
Because he sat in his air conditioned car the whole time.
oh, absolutely.
Videoing you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never pulling
yeah,
the
yeah.
thing. You're doing a damn good job.
Yeah.
No. They
Never
don't.
that. It was never
Nope.
good enough.
And it's like
So
that
then
everywhere in the trucking industry. Go
yeah,
ahead, Jim.
and then I went into feeders the first time, and I only lasted 2 years. I had to put in 2 years according to our contract requirements. I was a bottom seniority. I was number 136 out of 136, and I'll never forget that. That was tough.
Wow. I hear that.
You hear that, Pitt, Ohio? So when you're at number 13 and out of 14, your day's looking up.
I worked for Pitt, Ohio.
Did you?
I did. Back in 95. I think I lasted about 5 weeks at the
Wow.
Baltimore terminal. I don't remember the address where it was. They always said the one with the big garden in it. Are you guys familiar with that one in Baltimore?
That was before my time.
I think that was
That was
the only
before
one I
Jerome,
know.
right?
Yeah, that's the only one was on like in that residential neighborhood underneath like giant billboard and stuff.
Yeah.
That's the only one I knew about. I didn't know the one before that.
Yeah,
I was,
'cause I didn't start till '97. I think they were moved by that point.
That's when I started. Was '97 too. So
Yeah, this was in probably 95, and they said they needed city drivers and dock workers or whatever they needed. And I went down and I applied, and I got hired, and they put me on the dock for, I think I lasted 5 weeks. I couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah.
And I went to the terminal manager, and I asked him, I said, I was hired as a driver. Am I ever going to go out on the road? And he said, well, we kind of need dock workers right now. And do you remember those big black magic markers they used to give you to write on?
Yep.
Do you remember those?
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I left all those right on the gate or something when I was leaving one night and said, that's it.
I don't blame you. That's crazy.
I didn't go back.
Yeah.
But
And then started his life at UPS. He went from Big Red to Buster Brown.
Well, from there, I actually went and got a job with Blue Line Distributing, which was Little Caesars, delivering to all the restaurants. I had a couple different runs. I worked there about 5 years. Now that job I really liked. It was
delivering
hard.
at night.
Yeah, it was that was pretty good.
Yeah,
that's really neat. Yeah, you enjoyed that one, huh?
Yeah, that was actually a pretty good time.
You knew what he was delivering? Pizza.
Oh, you got that
right. Pizza. Yeah, I heard that so much.
It's a rough job.
I never heard anybody call them restaurants
because you hand deliver that stuff. You roll it out on a cart or whatever, but you're still dealing with it and you're moving it. I did produce when I first started driving in '93, and that was rough. I mean, that would just MW wood for their kitchens and that kind of crap, and it just, I mean, it was a decent job, but it paid not that much.
What the hell was the name?
Chef Aid.
Chef Aid. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. Yeah, we had that discussion.
Yeah. Years ago. That's a long time ago that I did that.
Around the same sorry, go ahead. Around the same time I applied to Domino's and also went for a do you guys remember Cisco?
Oh, yeah.
Cisco Foods.
Yep.
They had a hiring event at their terminal around the corner in Jessup. And they had a great big tent, and all the suits are out there with their tie on, shaking your hand, and this is going to be great. This is so great. And I remember going in and sitting down, and you could see all the eager faces looking up, and the guy, I guess he was a manager or something, stood up and said, "Look, we're at Cisco. We're great. We do this. We do that. We deliver food products. So if we need you to go to Washington, D.C., and double park and deliver 25 cases of lobsters down into a basement, that's what we do. And by the way, we started at $11.25 an hour. I got it right up and walked right out of there.
Yep. I don't blame you, dude.
No way. So
I
ended up
turn the key on my car for $11.25.
Right.
Not anymore, I don't.
Yeah, well, when we started, it was what, $10.75 an hour?
Yeah,
I think we
$10.65
or $10.65,
$10.65, and then 11 something, and then another step, and then
even like back then, I couldn't wait to get the top rate.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, Jesus, the guys that work in a Costco are making more than I was
More than
at
I
top
am,
rate
yep.
when I started.
Yes, sir. Yeah, go ahead, Jim.
I'm sorry. That was the way with UPS, the wage progression.
Yeah.
Because we were probably making half of what the top scale guys were. And we're just like, 2 more months, only 7 more months. And then when you finally get that check, I'll never forget that. I was like, oh
yeah.
Now they got their anchors in you.
Yeah.
Their hooks in you.
That's it.
Yeah. He gets that check. We're going to Red Lobster.
No, I got stupid. As soon as I got that top rate, I went and bought a house. Ouch. Yeah. Just stayed in the apartment.
You still didn't pay it off yet?
Oh, yeah. Long time ago.
Oh, yes.
I laugh at the Amazon commercial. Have you seen the one where he's taking his girlfriend out?
Yeah. The kid's coming in
tonight.
Yes, sir.
We're going big tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. Must have hit that top rate.
Yeah, make $22 an hour.
We moved up. We're going to Wawa for dinner tonight.
That wasn't even Wawa. What was that, like Earl's Bar and Grill? Wherever the hell he was going.
But feeders with UPS is a lot better place to be. It's guys will always say it's like working for a different company. I remember being trained and having that go sense of mentality.
Right.
And the trainer turned around saying, "Whoa, stop. Slow down. You're in feeders now. We don't walk around like that anymore." So it was a lot better. At least we got air conditioning, and it had the only bad part was being on call at first.
Yeah. How long?
That's why they go so damn slow.
You're on call.
They got air conditioning.
Sucking all that air conditioning
Yeah.
off you can get. Yeah, it was funny. We used to take pictures of us sitting in the cab with the air conditioner on, like shivering. Making that it's cold in here.
Been in my truck for 14 hours and hasn't lost anything.
It's send it all to your friends back in package.
Right.
It's really cold in here.
Sit there with a jacket and your parka up and a slab of beef hanging in the sleeper. Yeah, that's really cool in here.
It's not that big. Just a pound and a half of back bacon will do.
I don't know. I remember the cab overs that they used to have. They were really tiny. I look at those things. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, the Mac cab overs. It barely looked like there was enough room for the steering wheel and the driver.
100%.
Yeah,
I got to experience one of those one or two times, and no power steering. And I think this thing had like an air clutch or hydraulic clutch. I don't know what that thing, air over hydraulic clutch. It almost looked like a brake pedal. It looked like a Mac brake pedal, and it would you just would let it up and it would just take off.
that was the clutch. I think that was pushed down into the floor, not so much the firewall. You had to stand, push it down. Yeah, because my grandfather had one of. He never drove for UPS, but they bought one of their used trucks where he used to drive. And he hated the damn thing too because he had to climb it's so much higher. Oh yeah, to get up in there. He said, "I'm too old and fat for this nonsense." But he only drove it a few.
He only got that much room.
Yeah, he was tall too. He was like 6 foot, and he's like, because the wheel didn't move.
Right.
You just kind of like shimmied yourself behind it and sat where you sat. And
tall guy in those cab overs, he's the first to get there, and then the truck follows him.
What you see is what you get.
Yeah,
you can slide the seat forwards and backwards and up and down, and
it's just back.
The steering wheel was as big as a truck tire itself.
Yeah,
and I'm sure you guys have driven non-power steering. You can't move it unless you're
Mercedes straight trucks.
Steering wheel like this, The
old they used to call them the garbage truck steering wheel because those Mercedes didn't have any power steering in them either. And you had to I'm fat, so I had to squeeze myself around this, and then I kind of popped through. Ooh, and I was able to sit on the seat. And the seat was bolted to the floor. There was no air ride or anything in it. It did have back and forth.
Mike would open up the door and turn the wheel to the right so you could slip them out.
It would help me get myself out. Yeah.
Ow.
It was always that little pop getting in and out.
We're harmonically sealed.
Like a Hot Wheels track.
Yeah. Don't turn the wheel too fast. You go flying out the side.
Going through the powerhouse.
Yes, sir.
And then we finally started getting some trucks with power steering in it, and that was nice.
Indeed.
And, what a difference. And
yeah, because it was like UPS and Roadway were the last ones to get power steering.
Wow.
Because they were like driving those Ford cab, cab, whatever the hell you call those things. Yeah.
C model.
Yeah, because
C model Ford.
Wow. UPS was using those international corn binders, that were about this wide.
Right.
That's the door.
Good luck.
Yeah.
They have one of the UPS at the America, the museum out there. They have one of their skinny tractors on display there. And every time I go in there, I was like, wow, how the hell do you even drive something like that?
You bring that back and you pull the 58 footers.
Yeah.
You're still
that sounds like I can see them wanting to do that.
Indeed,
we get more on here.
Yes. Get 5 more pallets.
Yep.
I guess that's why you don't see a whole lot of cab overs anymore. They did away with the length restrictions for the overall unit. Now they're just worried about the trailer.
Right.
That's why you see so many more conventionals. That's why nobody buys the cab overs much anymore.
Yeah, you get a long enough wheelbase, you hit that bump Tuesday, and the back wheels get it Wednesday.
About it.
True.
Yes, it is.
The whole goal is to get it long enough when you go on the scale. One axle's always off. You're always legal.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point. Unless you're going through the Connecticut scale, and then it's
well, it's like
I could sit there for an hour to get through.
I could never fit on the Jersey scale. with a set of doubles and a twin screw.
Oh, really?
Yeah, never. Because the fifth wheel had to be slid all the way back so it wouldn't hit the mud flaps, on the tandem.
Yes.
That's all right, driver. Right around back. We'll get the portable ones out for you.
No, I never got busted on that. Never got busted. I pulled all the way out. She says, "You're not on the scale yet." I says, well, "Which axles you want on, the front or the back?" And she looked down. She says, "Yeah, you're not going to fit. How far are you going?" Exit 12. Okay.
Exit 12. We used to go up Turnpike and get off on 10 for Edison, or we go up to 13 and go into Brooklyn,
right,
Long Island City. That was always a trip.
Apple Bridge.
Yes, sir. God bless you, dude. No,
that
thank
was
you.
always a trip.
Never did anything in New York, thank God.
I did a couple of times in a straight truck, and that was enough. And that was when I worked for Johnson Motor Lines, and I was making $10.50 an hour. And I was like, "No, I'm never doing this
Righteous
again."
bucks.
Yeah, I was making big money.
Cost you more to cross the bridges than they were paying you an hour.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Not doing that again.
I'll tell you one thing about their training. I don't know if you're familiar with how they get their tractor trailer drivers. They put a bid list up, and they're pulled off of seniority. So if they need 10 guys, they'll, guys will sign it that have an interest in it, and they'll pull, the top seniority on down of who wants to do it. They give them 5 days training, 5, and then they let you go in the yard and practice and do whatever you need to do, and then they take you to get your license, and then you have 5 days ride along with a supervisor, which usually they sleep. But that's how they train their drivers. It's unbelievable.
Wow. Jesus, that seems a little lax. I mean, we have more training at Pitt, Ohio when you move up from a straight truck to. I mean, it took me months worth of coming in on Saturdays and riding around.
And he's still not really good at it.
No,
I was going to say.
I only hit 3 trailers last week.
Yeah.
5 days on the watch.
That's crazy. I mean, wow. I mean, you get more training at school. At the truck driving school.
Yeah, but you're paying them.
You are paying them.
You're paying them to drive around.
They have to stretch it out and make it worthwhile.
Right.
Yeah. But do you think they'd want you to be safe? Know as much as you can.
UPS, they're driving tractor trailers. They're only going, 10
55 miles an hour.
10 miles or so.
What can happen at 55?
We're going to start you out in the city first, and then go to line haul. Yeah,
give them the old trailer. It's already scratched up.
It's been down the road a couple of times.
The old trailer with the wonky wheels. Nobody will miss that if he hits it again.
The wonky wheels. That's that. I had no idea that's how they did it. That short of amount of time. Wow.
It was. I didn't go through that. I had already had my license and had experience. So when they pulled me, I spent 3 days. I spent 3 days with a supervisor, just riding with me to explain their rules and how they do things, and you weren't allowed to get out. They have all kinds of weird rules. Not allowed to idle.
Right.
You got to take your keys with, of course. Take your keys with you, and make sure you got in and out of the vehicle. 3 points of contact, and very strict. Really strict stuff.
We have a poster at work for that.
Yeah, 3 points of contact,
which is important. I agree with that. But another thing, if you're backing up to a trailer that's on the door, on the building being loaded, you had to stop before your fifth wheel hit the trailer. Stop, shut it off, get down, go around back and make sure that nobody was in it. Bang on the side of the door. Then you could get back up and couple.
Wow.
I just figure they'll feel it when
they'll know.
They'll know I'm there.
You would think. You would think.
You have exactly 38 seconds before this departs.
And guys would still get pulled off the door and go for a ride around the parking lot. And
no kidding.
I've never seen anything like it.
Wow.
I have a question. This might be a dumb one. Well, no, I know it's a dumb one. It comes out of my mouth. The UPS is the only ones I see driving around on their trailers with those little wispies at the rear tires. What the hell is that? What
the brush?
Yeah, like the little brush. What does that do?
It keeps the sidewall clean.
It does. It shines them up nice. If you've ever noticed, they're real shiny. I think that was their spray.
Spray
at the time.
deflector.
kept the spray down. They never worked.
And the UPS is the only one I've ever seen have it like that.
Yeah.
On all their trailers, they have these little wispy brooms on their tires. And I was like, what does it really do?
Nothing.
Falls off and goes onto the shoulder because you see him on the shoulder more than you see him on the trailers.
Yeah. And nothing is worse than if somebody would back into one of those things on an angle and touch one of the broom whiskey things, as you call them, on the fifth wheel with the grease. So then you reach underneath to pull the pin, and guess what? Then you've got it on your shoulder.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's like luggage. You don't get rid of that grease right away.
No.
That's
I found that out when Shipper got in my truck.
Yeah.
Grease all over the place.
Yeah.
Hey, I got it all off. It stank from parts cleaner, but I got it off.
I still have the marks on the dashboard from where the parts cleaner hit and dried. It like ate through the plastic. That was like a week after I got a brand new seat too.
Oh, it's clean.
I was like, yeah, I got a new seat. I was like, what the hell happened?
From the stuff to the But you said that. Imagine what the hell I thought when I saw it. I'm like, what the hell's that?
You came out, you're pointing at your pants. You're like, well, look at this. It's like it was everywhere.
Oh, I have no idea, man, but it got on me like white on rice.
It's the beautiful thing about doing this industry, you know.
Well, I was just wondering what those things
happen.
were because I seen them. Because I've already seen them like in the wintertime when they get iced up.
Well,
they start sticking out like spikes on the side there. You know, when they're
I
iced.
They were for
Mad
Max.
Max.
You know? Yeah, exactly. We'll get you.
Max. And, you know, and they would start to droop or break or fall off, and you take them to the shop, and the mechanic would just shake his head and just break it, just cut it and snap it right where it is. I said, well, what about the rest of it? Now you're only going to have this 10-inch piece now. Oh, okay.
It's going to work and it's going to be fine.
That's like the placard.
Good to go.
This placard is broke. I think they're going to replace it. No, they come out with a crowbar. Boom, boom, throw it in. There you go. You need it? No, go. You're good to go. Now there's holes in the side of the trailer. You're good to go.
Okay to run.
They know where to put the new one when somebody else needs it.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Now, since you're off the road due to, medical reasons, are you enjoying the life now, or you find yourself?
I am.
Good.
My wife tells me, she calls me her house husband, which is, it's kind of I shouldn't say it, kind of a bitch. It's a nice way to call me that. But, we have fun with that. And I just hang around, take care of the house. She works.
Right. Nothing wrong with that.
I was just going to say, nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing like, being kept I like to be kept in a style that I've become accomped to.
Jim's honey-do list. Woke up. Okay. Had coffee. Done.
No coffee.
Looking towards lunch.
You drink coffee, Jim? Are you allowed to drink coffee? Okay.
No.
I'm not either.
Well, see, I could be a candidate for a heart attack because I never drank
You don't
coffee.
drink coffee?
No.
But you do drink Coke.
Yeah.
I'm in a lot of trouble if that ever happens to me.
Oh, I know,
coffee.
dude. Tell me about it.
Especially living with my wife.
That was the hardest transition I've ever made.
I think if my wife could get coffee an IV drip, she would. She just drinks like,
wow.
She drinks like a trucker.
Like a fish at a bar?
Yeah, pretty much. Just coffee. 9 o'clock at night. Do you want a coffee? No, hon, I don't. I want to go to bed in an hour.
Yeah.
Well, she's dealing with you, so maybe she's just adding a little bit of, Irish coffee.
She's
like
high-strung.
Irish to her coffee.
She's a high-strung person. She doesn't need any more freaking caffeine.
Which is worse, her or the dog.
That's a close one.
And you wonder why the wives never listen to the show.
Well, my wife does. She watches on YouTube all the time.
See that?
So I catch a whole lot of shit when I talk about her.
Well, from the sucks to be you file, back to Jim. Well, that's good that you're enjoying it.
I know, right?
The pleasure of being off.
I am. I'm looking forward to those days.
Well, you had your shot.
I did.
You could have stayed.
My heart just ain't feeling right. I gotta stay home some more.
I wasn't ready to check out. I haven't bothered Michelle enough in her life, so I'm gonna hang around for a little bit longer, even if it is working. Yeah, she's going away this coming week. She won't be home. She's going down to visit the grandkids. She's 58 years old almost, and it's her first time flying.
Oh my God!
And her son,
she's only going to Tennessee. Christ,
Tony,
that's a 2-hour trip.
Tony is. We live in Shoemakersville. It's a little town in PA, like
2 stoplights,
50 miles away or more from Philly. And what's Tony doing? He got her an Uber to pick her up at the house and take her to the airport. And he got her an Uber to take her from the airport to the house when she comes back. I don't even have to leave the house.
And that's going to be an expensive Uber.
I ain't paying it.
Yes.
That was very nice. And he's paying for her ticket to fly down. I was like, he wanted her.
Well, he is the CEO of Merkel Media. So.
Yeah, he is. He's the CEO, CFO, COO.
Owner and proprietor.
There you go. Owner and so anyway, it's her first time flying. And I said, well, do you know what time you're supposed to leave? And she's like, Tony said that 2:30 tomorrow afternoon. And then
in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh, hell.
And I said, well, what time is your plane taking off? Like 4:00. I said, you're not leaving at 2:30 in the afternoon to go to Philly.
You're an hour. You're an hour plus
this
away
like
from
here.
here.
I was sitting there telling her yesterday. It's the first time I actually sat down and talked with her about it because they planned it, and I'm like, you better get in the phone with Tony and find out what time this guy's coming. Because what time is your? I don't know what the order is now as far as takeoff. Like you have to be there 2 hours before.
Yeah, you should still be about an hour and a half,
right,
2 hours.
That's what I said to her, and she's like, "Oh,
unless you have
I'll
like
give Tony a call." I said, "Yeah, you better."
Unless you have like pre-check or T, which your wife doesn't the first time on a plane. So yeah, you got to get there to go through security.
Yeah,
but you don't have to take your shoes off anymore.
Yeah,
well, that's a plus. With her, it's hard to get them back on because she can't bend over to do it. So
flight will be delayed.
Have to be some slide-ons.
Yes, it will. But anyway, that's the state of my life with my wife. So it's not bad.
So she's out today buying trail mix for the week.
So I'm set. Trail mix and decaffeinated coffee.
So you can graze.
Yes, sir. Indeed.
We'll fill up your bowl.
Just like a cat, you get a water bowl.
Change the litter box for him and put the food down. He'll be good for a few days.
You're going to let him home alone. He'll be fine. I put food out.
I got my sister coming over to let him out once a day. He's good.
She's gonna scoop the poop out of the box, That's what she said to me last night. Make sure you scoop Fred's box daily.
Sounded very perverted.
As long as you scoop it out by Friday, we should come home
Throw
Saturday.
the word litter in there,
Kitty litter, yeah, there you go.
Scrape Fred's litter box.
I guess I should have thrown that in there. I didn't think about it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why would Fred have a box?
Nowadays,
we're getting rid of that.
You don't know.
We're getting rid of that.
Fred might be pregnant too.
Anyway, back to Jim.
Yeah, I was going to say we do have somebody on.
We do. Jim he's like,
we get lost.
I'm getting tired of these guys.
No, it's fine. It's good.
He just finished a crossword puzzle.
I'll let these idiots yap for a while. 2 acrosses.
Bingo.
Just taking it all in. Listen.
It's a sad state of affairs here at the Hammer Lane Legends office, studio / whatever. Old bedroom.
Merkel Media Studios North.
Yeah, is that what it is?
Yes. That's the official sign out front.
It's the slums.
So, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go right ahead, Jim.
Yeah, please, Jim, go. Please. Get this back on track.
So, I ended up, in 22, while I was working for UPS, the guys I got involved with the truck driving championships.
Yeah.
And in 22, I won in Maryland in tank class. That's how I ended up meeting Mike Miltenberger and those guys. And
Good.
I went back, was preparing for 23, and I actually had my heart attack 2 weeks before.
Wow.
Yeah, I was so disappointed.
Heck yeah.
So I ended up going and watching, and ended up striking up a relationship, friendship with Mike and Cole and those guys, and keeps me involved, and somehow I mean that's a great program to get into. You meet a lot of good guys.
Yeah, we had a blast when we were out there. It took a year to get the video, but hey, we had a blast.
It's a slow process.
Yeah.
They put it on a slow boat to China.
Yeah.
1 year, 15-minute video.
Yeah.
I know, right?
1 minute per month.
And then some. But no, they are really nice guys. It was really cool to meet Mike and Cole and just to go and spend time with all the guys in Harrisburg when they were doing the championship. It was a lot of fun. You know,
Yeah.
I think it's a very good program. I think it's really neat to see. It's neat to see it firsthand. It's and you try and encourage anybody to get involved in it and do it. Even Shipper. I'd love to see Shipper do it. He's a
They
driver.
didn't like how I did it. I had a very good time.
You're not supposed to run everything over. That's the difference.
I gotta go.
Line judge.
He
You're not
did it in
supposed to hit
record.
the line
He
judge.
did it in record time.
Yes.
No,
Oh, he did.
hit
Yes, he
everything,
did.
but did it fast.
He
No,
literally
I didn't
hit
get
it.
close enough to the duck, but I did manage that alley back thing.
That alley back thing.
The alley back.
The technical term,
That's
the
it.
alley back thing.
Where you need this truck to look like? Oh, okay, I got it.
I gotcha. We'll go.
You're not allowed to hit anything. Why did it hit much?
What about people?
Don't worry, it
No,
rubs,
that don't
it
count.
rubs out.
Tell them
Not
to stand
bad.
back. It's their fault if they hit them.
It's a very interesting thing. And it was actually neat to watch, to actually go and video it, even if it was only a 15-minute video that came out of a whole afternoon.
I was gonna say, yeah, that was from like 8 o'clock. To
Well,
3
I know,
in the
we
afternoon.
spent all day. We were there early because we left here at 7.
Yeah, 7:30. We got there for 8.
We got there at 8 o'clock. Shipper was driving.
It was an hour and a half away.
Yep.
The blue missile.
Oh my word! Freaking out. It's like anyway.
That's probably what preempted the heart attack.
It did.
It started. We're working there.
Yes, sir. But it is very interesting. I'm glad you got involved in it. I really am. I'm glad that you did it. When you could, because that's cool. It's something really interesting. And let that be a lesson, and let that be a PSA for other drivers. Do something to get involved in it and do it, because you never know when you won't be able to. If you ever think about doing it, do it. Just give it a shot.
Yeah, just be Nike.
Just do it.
Just do it.
That's
Just
right.
do it.
Just do
it now.
Mike's getting out his Pennsylvania. Do it.
Oh, I got the
Just do it.
I got the Nike symbol painted on the wagon. Just do it.
How's the horse doing?
Not so good.
No, that's
Replace them with electric. Don't have electricity.
Mennonite.
There you go.
He's got a Flintstone mobile, but
I just got to pedal hard.
That's right.
Produce the energy.
That's exactly right. That is right. So how's your wife been through all of these, through your driving years and your heart attack years and your recuperation since?
Oh, she's been great.
Good.
I think when I first met her and was working at UPS, she had a little trouble understanding, why are you out there so late? Why are you out there so late every night? And why do you put in so many hours? Well, because you have to, and you can't give them your lunch break, or you can't give them anything. You don't want to run. You don't want to set a standard that you can't keep up with.
Yes.
So because they're big on that. I mean, if you can do 100 today, you can do 105 tomorrow, 110 the next day.
Yep.
That's the way
Miles
they
per
are.
hour?
Yeah. But you need to set a pace that you're comfortable with, and then because if not, they're going to take advantage of you. And over the years, she finally, after speaking to some of my friends that were drivers, saying, "Oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe some of the things they do to us," and she finally gets it. And during the tractor trailer bit, the first time I had a baby at home, so that was really tough with getting up and leaving. And she stuck with it. She's great.
Good.
And then during the heart attack, she just said, "I just want you to retire and sit home. And you can be my house husband." And we already talked about the other name she calls me. But she's very supportive. She's great.
Good.
That is good. That's important, dude.
I think that's the hardest thing for a lot of guys if their wife doesn't understand the industry.
Yeah.
I got lucky. My wife worked at Pitt, Ohio before I started. She knew kind of what it was, but you see here so many guys, the wife's constantly
She
complaining.
knew the screwing you're going to get on a daily basis.
She understood. But some of these other, wives, you're working you're not working an 8-hour day.
Right.
You go to work and it might be 11 hours today, tomorrow 13, then the next day, I have a short day. It's only 9. It's for a lot of relationships. That's the hardest part.
Very difficult.
And that I'm talking about being home every day. I can't imagine the over the road stuff where I was only supposed to be gone for 4 days. 3 weeks later, you come rolling home.
Yep.
Yeah, there are a lot of divorced guys at UPS.
It is an industry that is very heavy into the divorce thing. It just is. It's just the way it works out. Although I will say, apparently all 4 of us have longevity in our marriages so far, right, Chip?
Yeah.
Just in case.
Going strong.
Yeah.
I've been married 19 years.
Say that again, Jim.
19 years.
19. That's awesome. It really is awesome.
He's a youngster.
Yeah.
I got 26.
I got
with
37.
my wife.
37 years, and she still comes home.
I got enough. I could have killed 2 and got out probably out on 20 and 1 for good behavior.
Still be okay.
Yeah.
A few more years in the next one.
It's a happy marriage when you're talking about how long it would have been if you'd have been in prison for it. But
match made in heaven.
It is.
Or hell.
Yeah. Oh, it's a match.
Whichever. Yeah, it's a match, all right.
Yeah.
Which is lit up and we can burn this place down.
We're still together.
On the anniversary, here's congratulations. Neither one of us killed each other.
That's it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Happy anniversary. Another year.
Yep. Well,
it ain't what it's cracked
it's
up
our
to be.
anniversary. The happy is, I'm not so sure about that part, but
No.
I think we'll have these on the divorce attorney.
Point,
if it wouldn't have to be, this is my big. Never mind.
She ain't listening.
All right, she ain't listening. My hang up is you got to give 1 year, 33 years, pay 11 years alimony because you're married 33. It's 1 to 3 ratio, something like that.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Cheaper to keep her.
Or put her in a
She is
drum.
now.
Cheaper to keep her, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Too far into it now.
Yep. Just
55-gallon drum, Newark.
Well, good thing Mrs. Shipper don't listen to this. She's wondering why there's a 55-gallon drum that just got delivered by UPS in the garage.
Ironically, there's 3.
Just in case the first 2 had a hole in it, yeah.
On that happy note, thank you for listening to Hammerland Legends. We hope you all enjoyed the show.
In case I won't be here. On future podcast.
Before Shipper gets himself in any more trouble.
FBI's listening.
Yeah.
You might see me on the side of the road.
You better hope nothing happens to your wife. This will be playing in court.
Plausible denial.
Your Honor, I'd like to introduce Hammerlane Legend episode.
Well, how'd they say it last week? I plead the 5th. They can get away with it.
Decline to comment.
They can get away with it. Why can't I?
Okay, so the evidence speaks for itself.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, Mrs. Shipper is hiding somewhere, just watching the show going, Anyway, that is funny. Well, Jim,
sometimes you gotta get new tires.
This one's worn out. I gotta get new ones.
Gotta get 4. Can't buy you just 1.
God. Yeah, but you know what? I'd be willing to bet the women sit around talking the same crap about us.
Probably.
A heart attack to head.
And I just can't find a drum big enough for them. And how the hell would I move it?
He's the one out buying the
There's
groceries.
a forklift down the back garage.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a crane. All right, get a crane.
Yeah, exactly.
1-800 rent a crane.
Oh, well.
Well, it's been nice talking with
It
you.
has
Glad
been a blast.
Mike got us, in contact with you,
100%.
and vice versa. And I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah.
Glad this podcast is actually going to sound like a podcast.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And
We're
I
hoping.
feel like I was boring.
Yeah. Poor guy up there, and where is he at? Randy has been
Washington.
Washington.
Yeah, Washington.
That guy's been on the show 5 times, one
We've only
air.
got one. It's just the way it's worked out. It's like, what the? Every time.
Every freaking time, man.
Something is clicking. Something's, like the sound goes weird.
that first time was
It was
terrible. Oh, you
Yes.
could barely hear. It sounded like a robot was
Yep.
talking over him all the time.
Yeah, it was crazy. So,
Wait, we didn't hear this one.
Yeah, I know.
this one will be okay.
This is kind of wood.
It's
Knock
sure
on wood.
mostly, yeah. Did you hear that echo?
It's flake. Wood flake.
Yeah, it's still wood. Wood
Yeah.
glue.
Knock on wood. Hopefully it's good.
Anyway, we do thank you so much for coming on, Jim. It was really a
been
good
fun.
time. It really has been a blast. We hope you enjoyed yourself. We
I
really
did.
do. And,
This way just goes to prove us one thing. Just because the color of the truck could be brown, it's the same thing all around town.
it is. It is. It's the industry. And the industry ain't going to change.
Right.
You know, not until they get an autonomous vehicle.
I'm waiting for AI. Come on, baby.
Aren't we all? Oh, you know, at least us, the guys that have any kind of longevity, you know, all these young kids coming in, they're like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever. Like, yeah.
Tell your truck. Take me to the Baltimore terminal.
Right.
All right, cool. Sit there on your phone. Like,
Push your button.
you're making like half the money you could be making because the truck's doing all the work.
Exactly.
You're a tender at that point.
Yes.
Oh, got to push a button. No.
Amen. Anyway, if you ever want to come back on, Jim, you just let us know. Give me a holler, and
give a few more years in retirement and let us know how
it's
it
all
is.
going. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Next time you see him, he has statues whittled there. I'm just sitting here on the porch whittling away.
Well,
Yeah, it's great. Check out this. My carving.
Look at the tree I whittled.
Right. I didn't want to move it, so I just started carving
that's
it.
Right. I made a Bigfoot. And his twin.
Bigfoot guy.
Oh, yeah.
You're seeing everywhere now.
Yep.
Right.
My son, Tony, that's his podcast. Well, he does all kinds of stuff now, but
how does Tony feel about all the Bigfoot memes, that the AI Bigfoots that are coming up on like Instagram and
I
stuff?
haven't even asked him yet.
It's like everything.
I've got to ask him about
Bigfoot doing dumb crap
Yep.
all the time, drinking Clorox and then pooping in the fall. Yeah, it's like, well, that one I sent you. Where
that was funny. That was really funny.
I put dynamite in the camper.
See what I got to go through here?
Yeah.
We're trying to sign off. And,
Oh,
and
okay.
you guys
I'm
having a
sorry.
conversation with him.
Thank
This
you for
guy's got
listening.
other stuff
I'm
to
sorry.
do. He's got paint to watch dry. Okay.
I gotta work on his. Get to work on his carving too.
Well, we hope everybody enjoyed this show. We enjoyed ourselves. As Mike, if everybody enjoyed the show, what can they do?
They can share the show.
Share it.
Share it.
Share it.
Facebook, Instagram.
There you go.
Not Twitter. X.
But you can share. Oh, yeah. That's
Blue Sky, I think, is a new one.
True Social.
True Social. That's a good one.
Whatever. Wherever you.
Write it on the bathroom wall.
There you go. Wherever you socialize.
Next to
That's
the
where you're
payphone.
socializing.
the payphone.
Just
No.
don't get any. Just don't come home with anything.
Yeah, oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That shit's like luggage. Never leaves you.
So with all that being said, keep the hammer down.
And the hammer lane. Good night.
And good night.
Push the button.